Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, yesterday we did these sort of three images that are sort of fading in and out with a bit of text over the top of them. And when you put your mouse over an image, the text will pop in and stay there and you can read it, let go, and it will continue animating. We had a great question. Somebody asked if you could use this for a full screen or a full width hero section. Absolutely, really easy to do. I've done that up the top here. If I roll up, we've got a full screen hero section up here. And as you can see, I've got it fading out a little bit slower. I'm doing this over a sort of 30-second period and it'll start fading back in again. But if I put my mouse over it, that will come back in. You can read the writing, hit the button, take your mouse off, it'll start animating back out again. Really easy to do, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to recycle the code that I used from yesterday and just modify it a little bit, and I'll put the code down below for anybody that wants to use it. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Let's go down and I'll delete this whole section here and we'll start from scratch. Little blue tab for the section. Great, let's add a new section now. Little blue button to add a new section. Inside that, I'm going to make mine a regular section today. Inside, I'm going to put a single column and single row. Okay, well, I'm going to use a call to action module for this. If I roll this up, there we are right there. Doesn't look very interesting, but there it is. Let's put a little title in. And whatever you want your button to say. And you may have noticed there's no button, or you may not have noticed because it's not there. Before the button's actually going to show up, you need to put a link in just down below. In the link, I'll just put a hashtag in place. I've got no real link there. As soon as you put that in, buttons are going to appear there. Great. Well, I want to make this full width and a lot deeper. So I'm going to go over to my design. I'm going to go down to spacing. I'm going to make this a lot deeper. I'm going to put, say, 150 top and bottom. We can adjust this later. Just put in the 150. It'll put the picks in. Hit the chain. It'll do the bottom for you. But I want this to stretch full screen here. So let's save what we've got going on there. I'm going to go into the row itself, the green tab, design, sizing, width. I'm going to drag that up to 100%. Max width. I'm going to copy the 100%, Control C, and paste it in down below in the max width there, Control V, or you can just type it in if you want. We've now got a full width row there. Fantastic. I'm going to save that. I'm going to split this writing up a bit so it's not one long line, perhaps split it into 2 or 3. So let's go back into the module. And I'm going to split this up. I'm going to do Shift and return. That way it'll not give a great space in between. And let's do it perhaps one more time there. Shift and return. There we go. Let's make that heading a little bit bigger too. So I'm going to hit the little paintbrush attached to the heading. It'll take us straight to it over there. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to leave it on the default font. With Divi, you get a crazy amount of fonts. If you want to change it, just go in there, roll over. It'll give you an example of the font as you roll over. Like I say, I'm going to leave mine on the default today. I will capitalize it, and I think I'll make it a lot bigger. Right, well, that's okay. Now we're going to remember we're going to put an image behind this and have this fading out and into the image. I think I might take that line height up so it gives it a bit more space between the title and the text below. Something like that. Obviously adjust yours how you want. I might up the padding slightly as well. So still in the design. We'll go down to spacing. Let's up that to maybe 170. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is put the image in that I want. And that's going to go in the row. Let's go into the green tab for the row. And the content at the bottom, we've got background here. Got color gradient image. Let's add the image that I want. And there it is. I've got a little bit sticking out top and bottom. I want everything buried behind this module. So to get rid of that, I just need to take any padding away from the row itself. So while we're still in the row, over design, spacing, I put a 0 in the padding top and hit the chain. There we go, it's hidden behind. And also our section, let's save that. We'll go into the section and do the same thing so there's nothing spilling over there, the white space. Into the section, the blue tab, design, spacing, padding top 0, padding bottom 0. Fantastic. And as this is the hero section, I really want it on the top of the page. So let's flip this section up to the top. Easiest way to do that is save everything here, hit the little purple button, little icon over here. It's a layers icon, just click on it. There's our sections. I'm going to flip that second one to the top. There we go, we've now got that on the top. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We want to fade this out like we did with the other images using the code that I wrote yesterday. So again, I'm going to use a code module for this today, and you don't want to put it in your section here. Let's put it in a separate one down below here. I'm going to add it just below this little blue square. I'm going to use a code module, or you can put it in your additional CSS panel in your customizer, or your custom CSS panel in your Divi options. I'm going to be writing CSS today, so we've got style tags. In fact, I'm not going to write it. I'm just going to copy it over from yesterday. I've got it over here. I'm simply going to copy the code. The only bit I can't put down below are the style tags, which is left pointing bracket, the word style, or right pointing bracket. If you're using a code module, you'll need to put those in. Once you put the opening one in, it'll put a closing one in for you, which is the same thing with a / in front of the style there. So I'm going to copy that and paste it in my little code module there. Great. Now I've given this class an hfade. It's going over a 30-second period. It's rolling around infinitely. And I've got it opacity 1, so we're going to see the blue bit first, and it's going to fade out to the image. And it's going to fade back out into the module again. And then I've got hfade hover, where it's going to stop the animation, so you can put your mouse over it and read it and click the button if you want to. Great, well, let's see if this is actually going to work. We'll save our changes. Got to go back up into my module here and give it that class name, which was hfade, advanced, custom CSS. In the CSS class, hfade, for hero fade. And as you can see, as soon as I do that, it's going to start fading in. And like I say, that's over a 30-second period. If that's too long for you, you can shorten it down, whatever works for you. I think that's kind of nice because you can see it fade fully out there. And then it'll start fading back in. And of course, once you put your mouse on it, it'll just become fully visible. And you can read it, click the button, take your mouse off again. And it'll start the animation. Let's make sure it's going to work on the front end. So we'll save our changes there. We'll save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we have it. There's our little hero section with our little friendly alien fading in and out. And our call to actions disappearing into the background there so you can get a good look at that fella. And then after a few seconds, it's going to start rolling back in. And like I say, if they put their mouse over it or tap on it, it's going to stop. They can do their thing. And it'll continue. So there you go. I hope that's answered that question. That's a nice little feature, actually. That was a great question. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a demo video. Don't forget this CSS code is down below this video. Anybody wants to just copy and paste it, please do. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and web design and techtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.